Hi everyone, it's Empyrean here, and I just wanted to make this quick video announcing that, of course, we will be playing Last Epoch on the next big launch. It's coming on April 17 in a few days, Season 2, and they have been developing this for a long time, so there's going to be a lot of content in this. I'm about to go through everything that we missed out on or catching up on, like their trailer, their new content that they're coming out with. They have a bunch of quality of life changes and all that stuff. This video is not sponsored by Last Epoch. I'm just making this because I'm excited to play the game with my friends. We'll be grouping up with Snap and Evan and Randall on season launch. That said, I do have a Nexus store where you can buy the game through my link. I've had this for years. There's other games on here. This is not a sponsorship, it's just an affiliate link. If you buy it through here, I get like $5 and you get a Steam key. Anyway, with all that out of the way, let's jump in. Just check out the trailer and read up on what they've been cooking in the last... That's right, few months. Okay, new faction. New Atlas tree. There is power in this Atlas tree. I can feel it.
Dodge.
Stop stopping. These are perfect timings. Stop. Wait. Cemeteries. Okay, so these are like different types of monoliths or echoes, like maps. Oh, that looks sick. Woven echoes. Okay, so it's like a monolith web, but with different monoliths. New bosses. Nice. Sentinel rework. Paladin. Void Knight. Horde Seeker Rogue skill. Okay. Looks fast. Champion enemies. That's a lot of items. Wait. Can we pause? I'm sure they'll be in the post. That's fine. Woven offering. What? Oh, new runes. New uniques. Yeah. Dude, they've cooked with this trailer. That looks pretty hype. Endgame set item crafting. What? Inventory tabs. Dungeon key charms. Oh, this is it. No more running through that slow dungeon to slam your items. Uber Everoth. Ziz is making a race for this. A $10,000 race to kill that boss in hardcore. There'll be Twitch drops, of course, as with any game nowadays. There is supporter packs, of course. If you want to support them further, it is a buy-to-play game, but you can't buy power. It's just MTX. Okay, Atlas tree. In. The Weaver tree functions similarly to a skill or passive tree, but it's specific to the monolith of faith. Further power with the Weaver tree is gained from increasing your rank with the faction and by completing new woven echoes. So they're adding a new faction that is on top of the currently existing faction. So right now you can play like trade or no trade, basically. And this is another faction on top of that. So you don't have to choose this or the others. You just get to choose this always. And then you like level it up. And then you can basically interact with the Atlas tree that they're adding that influences your map web. Interesting. There are a total of 50 points to be earned and allocated within the nodes of the Weaver tree. Some nodes increase the odds of specific rewards or echo types spawning in your monoliths. Others raise the spawn rate of encounters such as Nemesis, Exiled Mages, or Loot Lizards. Some even enable target farming by imprinting items directly onto the Weaver tree, which then have a chance to create similar items when slaying enemies, completing echoes, or opening caches. What? So you can like put in an item on your Atlas tree, and then more of that item will drop if you clear maps. That's crazy. What? More on that later. Okay.
Altars are used to place the Weaver's constructed realities into the Echo Web. which take form as and are called woven echoes.
You're connecting them
Woven
yourself.
echoes are a new special itemized type of echoes, glimpses into the Weaver's new world that introduce a lot of exciting new content and rewards to Last Epoch's endgame.
Nice.
These
They
drop
needed
from
that.
enemies within tombs and cemeteries and can be purchased from the Woven faction NPC, Mask. Woven Echoes will provide new challenges and objectives, such as access to brand new bosses like the Draw Queen and Ignixoros the Antipode Dragon, or enhanced versions of existing
interface
bosses,
looks pretty good
like
for it.
Najasa with new abilities, and even an Uber version of the pinnacle boss Aberoth introduced in Season 1.
There he is.
But beware, defeating Uber Aberoth is only accomplishable by the most skilled players and powerful characters in Atera.
Jesus. Okay.
There are many powerful
Challenge
rewards
accepted.
tied to Woven Echoes, such as unique forges giving you special ways to craft items not found anywhere else in the game, access to new unique items only found by defeating these bosses, and even ways to accelerate in-game progression for alt characters by bringing a timeline's corruption up to match the corruption of another character's timeline. We'll go over some
corruption
Woven
catch-up
Echoes
mechanic.
momentarily.
Okay.
So far,
Yo,
there
that
are
beach
37
looks sick.
different types of Woven Echoes being introduced with Season 2 and more to come.
Jesus. Okay, we can read this later.
The Weaver's Tree
There's the
allows
tree.
you to influence the encounters and rewards in the Monolith of Fate, providing more agency over your in-game experience. Some options include having a chance for Arena Echoes to be replaced with Super Arena Echoes,
Yes!
which contain
No!
champion enemies.
No!
Or having items with Weaver's
What
Will
about
be rolled
removing
twice
them?
and keeping
No.
the higher value of
Fuck.
the two. Or sometimes letting a Shade of Orbis ambush
maybe
you
it's
with your
good.
Echoes for additional drops and challenge.
You can remove them?
Some key
Oh,
nodes allow
shit.
items and Woven Echoes to be imprinted into the tree, yielding different effects.
That.
Like imprinting a Woven Echo, giving it a chance to spawn in your Echo Web without placing it via the altar of the Weaver in cemeteries.
Oh, shit.
Or imprint an item to make it so that an item of the same type and rarity is granted as an additional reward when completing Echoes.
That's crazy.
Or
and those
imprint
kind
an
of
item,
LP
and there
too,
will be a
right?
chance for enemies and regular Echoes to drop a pile of items similar to the imprinted one.
What?
There are many fun and exciting
Dude, that's
options
so
in the Weaver's
good.
Tree
The
that allow
target
you to
farming
shape your
possibilities.
in-game experience and loot hunt.
Okay, so you can give up a mod and get a set bonus on any item. What the fuck? They actually
This means
made
that you
set
can
items
craft your own
usable. They were
reforged
so
set items
bad.
that count for the set's bonuses, and you can mix
Wow.
and match these by using the original set items together
Oh,
with
it
the
counts
reforged set
as a
items.
set.
You can craft
And then
these
you
onto
can
different
make your
item
own
subtypes.
set.
Only one type
Okay.
of set affix shard can be applied to any individual
That's
item,
so
and this
smart.
item cannot be used in legendary crafting via the Eternity Cache.
Nice.
We're also adding the ability to re-roll
And
the
you can
legendary
seal
potential of
them?
uniques via
Wow.
the Far Sight Turtle Woven Echo.
So you can reroll
You can then attempt
legendary
to upgrade it
potential.
again via the Nemesis Egg, providing multiple new chances to turn an item that might not be an
So that was 1 LP before, it turned into 2 LP.
upgrade into an upgrade.
But if it doesn't upgrade, it'll down tier to 0. Damn.
The Rune of Research and Glyph of Insight have been removed and replaced by the Thaumaturgy device at the end of the Rune Prison Complex Woven Echo, where you can replace a pre-
Excuse me. Okay, I've heard some of those words before. No, I get it. I get it. They replaced the Rune of Research with this bench at the end of one of their new maps. Okay, that's what that means.
prefix with an experimental affix on boots, gloves, or a belt. This makes the process of crafting experimental affixes much simpler.
Okay, so instead of doing the stupid research crafting, now you use this bench instead.
We're
Okay.
also adding some brand new crafting materials, such as Rune of Weaving, which speeds up your Weaver's
Oh.
Will and Weaver's Touch item conversions.
Okay.
Using a Rune of Weaving will convert some Weaver's Will or Touch to add additional affixes or
It's as if you cook the item, basically.
affix tiers.
So Weaver's Will items used to be like, you have like 10 Weaver's Will on it, you put it on, and every time you kill monsters with it, it levels up and consumes the Weaver's Will into like a random mod on the item. And it could be like any mod that can roll on the item, and it could up tier it on the next one or put in a new random one. And you can like accelerate this process with this rune.
like you would gain by slaying enemies with the item equipped.
Cool.
Rune of
We can
Havoc,
cook them
which shuffles
fast.
the tiers of affixes of an exalted item. Sealed affixes are unaffected by this action. For example, you could potentially use the Rune of Havoc to change tier 1 strength to tier 7 on an item.
Oh, so if you
Addiction
find
use the
a
Rune of Havoc to
high tier exalted item, but the exalted mod is dog shit, but there is other mods on the item you want, or open slot, you can just craft like mana on it, T1 mana, and then shuffle it around, and you might land T6 mana or T7 mana. Damn, yeah, these runes are probably gonna be very rare. That seems very powerful.
You can now reach empowered monoliths on alts much more quickly, as we've
Nice.
made characters in the same environment share Monolith of Fate timeline unlocks.
Hey Nacho, thanks, yeah.
We've improved arenas by having enemy waves spawn more quickly, and
Oh.
increased enemies' movement speed so that they don't take as long to reach you.
Okay.
And we've updated
That's
Echo
good.
Spire
Arenas were the
objectives,
more
so that
boring
the spires are guarded by a mini-boss and only attack you
content.
once you've engaged the Guardian. This means that they will no longer shoot at you from all the way across the map.
Nice. This
We're
is big.
introducing 2 charms with this patch.
This is big.
One of which is called a portal charm that can be
Yes.
used to immediately portal to the boss of a dungeon and gain a
Yes.
random assortment of mods that you would have gained along the way.
Yes.
We've also
Oh
added
my
the black
god,
market key
insta
trader to reach
slams.
Ucker's upper district
No
in
more
the Divine
trudging
Era,
through
where
that
you can exchange
dungeon.
any 3 dungeon keys for a portal charm.
Holy, you can even
In
trade your
dungeons,
keys
you
up
can
to
now
a
use
charm.
key to respawn either on the floor you've
Oh.
gotten to or at the boss, instead of needing
Interesting.
to repeat the entire dungeon.
Spend the
Please,
key to
don't
go
test
again.
this as a hardcore character. It will not save you. In
Nice.
Season 2, Symbols of Hope now automatically generate symbols for you, meaning no spending mana or stopping to cast it. Actively using the ability now consumes the symbols to grant ward and temporary damage reduction.
Okay.
Devouring Orb at a baseline now also deals void damage over time in an area around it, and these damaging areas can stack. Its skill tree has been updated with cool new possibilities, including a node that instantly casts it for you whenever you move. No more numlock needed, and no more getting interrupted every time
Oh.
it casts.
Oh.
Most Sentinel skills
Okay, I was
received a variety of
auto-bombering
small
this,
to
like,
moderate updates
years
to
ago.
improve their power and offer additional build options.
Okay, they made it
Examples
better. They
include
made it
Multi-Strike
instant.
That has been given more support to deal single target damage
Oh.
by allowing additional swords to hit the same target. Heartseeker shoots a single
that
target
like a
arrow that
seeking
seeks
arrow?
a nearby targeted enemy and has a chance to recurve, meaning it pierces and comes
Oh.
back to hit the target again.
Oh my god, that is
When
Amazon
building for
vibes.
Heartseeker, you'll likely want to increase the recurve chance, allowing it to pierce and hit the same enemy many times. If
Damn.
the target is destroyed and Heartseeker would have recurved, it will instead seek another
Pick a new
nearby
target. Damn.
Loot lizards will spawn a bit less baseline in Season 2.
Loot
But
lizards.
there will be more scenarios where you'll be excited
Okay,
to find them.
loot
And you
goblins.
can also increase their spawn rate via the Weaver tree.
Okay.
In Season 2, we're introducing 25 new unique items. This includes 8 new Weaver's Will uniques and 4 early backer uniques. About half of these are tied to
Okay.
new tombs, cemeteries, and woven echo bosses, while
Okay,
the other
so
half
some are
expand on the overarching drop pool.
Global drop pool and some are
And
specific.
there are plenty of additional improvements coming with Season 2 to be excited about. You can now respec your mastery for gold in the End of Time.
Oh.
The cost of respecializing your mastery is a lot cheaper in
Okay.
the lower to mid levels, so it's easier to experiment.
Nice.
But
PoE
it
2 just
increases
did this
your
as
character
well.
level goes up. We're introducing a beta version of WASD movement. You
Okay.
can access this via the settings gameplay menu. We'll be
WASD
monitoring player
in.
feedback on this implementation, and we're excited to hear your feedback.
I don't know if that's
We have updated the inventory to have tabs to
How that'll
separate
feel.
out keys
Try it out.
and the new woven echoes.
Oh, new
And
tabs for
we've also
keys,
introduced
yes.
automatic storing as an option that will be on
Yes.
by default. So that when you pick up
Yes.
crafting items like shards, they will immediately go to your crafting materials panel.
Okay.
Both of these updates make inventory management much nicer and needing to be
Good
dealt with
quality of
much less
life.
frequently. Along with all these incredible updates coming in Season 2,
Oh, the
we're
beach
excited
map,
to
though.
announce a new batch of supporter packs known as the Woven series.
Okay, new supporter
Each of these
packs.
4 supporter packs offers new and unique ways to customize your appearance, and the team has cooked up some pretty amazing offerings. Starting with the Woven Traveler pack. We really wanted our entry-level pack to have some pretty awesome stuff.
A
And what
capybara.
better way to travel through a Terra than with your own capybara pet? That's right, it wasn't an April Fool's joke after all. You will also score
Okay.
2 new weapon
Okay.
cosmetics, a backslot cosmetic,
That is pretty cute.
and all new color arrangements for your evade skill. That's right. With Season 2, we've implemented skill cosmetics. And
Okay.
You'll find many more in the in-game store.
They needed that.
The Woven Templar is the next
That's
tier
cool.
in the Woven series and
People
brings
wanna
some serious heat.
bling out. Dude, that's
Li-
crazy.
lightning
The packs are
harness the
like
power.
$10, $30, and $40 and $60 is the highest tier. Damn. I mean, it is a buy-to-play game, right? It's not a free-to-play game, but that is some good pricing. Okay, yeah, this tree is pretty cool. Like, it's a small tree, but like I mean, compared to like PoE trees, PoE 1 tree, but like, there is definitely some meaningful choice here. And these cooking points are crazy. You are gonna run out of points, and you're gonna want more points, but that's good. Choice.
Players take 15% less damage taken over time.
Yes.
Enemies' damage bonus from corruption is only half as effective for damage over time. For example, the effect says enemies have 60% more health and damage. The effect is enemies have 60% more health, 60% more hit damage, and 30% more damage over time.
Big change.
That's
From the last time I played this game, this is the best patch note in the patches by far.
Yep.
Agreed.
Dots were crazy. Okay,
and they're
that's
hard
awesome.
to mitigate, but Sentinel specifically got a bajillion ways to mitigate dots.
Yeah.
So
Sentinel is a fucking brick versus dots.
Nice. Okay. To finish it off, guys, just letting you know what our plans are. We're gonna be playing 4-player group with Snap, Evan, and Randall. We'll log in, blast 2 supports, 2 DPS, a nice mix. I'll be playing a melee build, actually, for the first time. I've been playing 2 casters since the last on launch and on the first season, and now we're gonna play melee. Log in.